and welcome to the channel. My name is Amanda, if you don't know me, and I share how I navigate the human experience through a spiritual lens. And today we are talking about the November 5th full moon in Taurus, also known as the beaver moon. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that I look at the general seasonal energies that are around for us to play with, as well as the zodiac sign that the current moon cycle is in. And I use this information to navigate this human experience and understand a little bit more about what I'm sensing and experiencing in the world. I'll link the Moon Magic playlist for you below if you want to go back and look at some previous videos just to learn a little bit more about moon magic and how we work with these energies. But back to today's topic. The seasonal aspects and how they work together with the zodiac sign that it's in. And this moon is in the sensual, brave, reliable, patient, and hardworking sign of Taurus. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, I've worked really hard this season and I'm ready to rest and relax. I am done with hard work, and that sort of aligns with the season as well, as we're getting ready to start slowing down. Taurus is really a fixed sign, so think secure, comfortable, solid, stable. Ruled by Venus, Taurus is a bit more concerned with the action around creating harmonious and loyal relationships, consistent and slow internal growth, and the pleasures around beauty. So although early fall, we've been cleaning and purging both emotionally and physically throughout the entire season, all our spaces. And now Taurus is asking us, what do you want to do with that space that you've created? What beauty do you now want to fill it with? So as you know, each zodiac sign has a lower and a higher expression. And when the moon shines on each zodiac sign, it illuminates those areas in our lives. So our task is to aim for the highest expression. And according to Amanda's Not Real Astrology, I do believe that cultivating the highest expression impacts our quality of life. So Taurus's higher expressions are steadiness, being driven, tenacious, persistent, trustworthy, and patient. But Taurus's lower expressions are being materialistic, resistant to change, overindulgence, possessiveness, and being stubborn. So the full moon is called the beaver moon, which is named after the time period when beavers are preparing their lodges and gathering food for the winter. And the energies about with this full moon puts the focus on preparation, resourcefulness, and our sense of security, all the things I love. So when we put all of that together with what Taurus brings, we're going to feel some kind of feelings around the source of where we as individuals pull our sense of security and stability and belonging from. So pulling that sense of security from within ourselves aside, because that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the human experience and the 3D experience. For most people, that sense of belonging and security typically comes from belonging in relationships. Now, remember those intentions that you set with the new moon just 2 weeks ago, and our ability to provide for ourselves, so also our finances. The full moon in general is about the culmination, the release, and the emotional clarity and illumination of what is hidden. So how does that apply to your relationships and your finances? Here are some ways to work with that full moon energy. So grab your journal. 1. Be brave and look at your finances. How is your budget looking for the rest of the year? Holiday spending typically goes up a bit, or a lot. So do you need to make a plan to not overspend? A lot of us are participating in blackout days and deciding to consciously spend less this season. Are there some revelations around Taurus's lower expressions like that materialism and overindulgence that we may want to mitigate? For example, money's been tight for a lot of people, and there are ways other than material possessions that can replace this expensive gift giving. So, this is the kind of solutioning that Taurus is asking us to engage with. Or maybe you're on the other side of that coin and you actually need to invest a little in cultivating a feeling of indulgence in your life. A small thing that I love to do is to go to Starbucks. Don't hate me, no haters, please. It's not a big thing, and I don't do it often, but it does leave me feeling spoiled and treated. So decide what side, or evaluate what side of that coin you're on, overspending or underspending. So what about relationships? Did you put action behind the intentions that you set 2 weeks ago? Go back and look at that, watch that video. And are there things that you can now celebrate? Or hearts healed, connections deepened, commitments strengthened? Or do we still see some of Taurus's lower expressions of possessiveness and jealousy play out that we can now adjust? Now, if this isn't you, or this is a caveat for all my videos, if this isn't you and it doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit. Leave it for somebody else. Take what resonates and work with that and just leave the rest. So another topic to journal about is turning the focus inward, that we grow in resilience, that adaptability to stay solid and strong within ourselves and all that life throws at us. Or is Taurus now illuminating some stubbornness and perhaps unwillingness to change that we might want to address? So the second thing after journaling that you can do to work with this moon energy is to make moon water. I love making moon water. I love writing a strong affirmation on the jar itself, putting some water-friendly crystals in there. Not all crystals can go in the water, so make sure you only choose ones that can. Quick Google search can help you with that. And leave it out overnight under the moonlight. And then the next day, I enjoy that water while holding that affirmation tight to my heart. And it's just a beautiful way, I feel like, saying this intention now becomes a part of me. The third thing is to take those crystals and put them under the moon. Crystals that support abundance in finance and relationships, which is the two themes we're working with, are aventurine and citrine. I love holding these charged crystals during meditation and aligning with those beautiful vibrations. The fourth thing is to light a candle to release something. Speak out loud what you want to hand off, whether that be something that no longer serves you, or an answer that you're seeking, or something that you want to manifest. Blow that candle out and trust that the universe has heard your heart and will now do the work on your behalf, and just let it go. Sometimes letting go of the reins is the most important thing, or the most powerful thing that we can do. Have a wonderful 2 weeks, and let me know below how you are working with these energies. If there's other ways that you love to work with full moon energies, let me know. I'm always looking for new ideas. Give us a like or a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content, and I will see you again in 2 weeks for the next new moon. Take care.